He's like, girl, what's that birth control? Seriously. Enough people would hear that and be like, oh my god, oh my god, 3 years of birth control with just one go. Hey guys, welcome back to another Yappings video. So I've been wrestling with what today's topic should be because I forgot to put up a poll and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna come up with a topic, but I couldn't think about one. Then I was thinking about the fact that I'm going to the gynae tomorrow, so let's do it around that. So today's Yappings video is my 3-year update with my jadelle birth control or my birth control implant. So means a girl what's that birth control seriously. Take birth control very seriously, okay? Very seriously. Hold on. Cause if it's one thing, you never catch your dog careless. So hey, I mean things happen though. So you know, but like definitely I wanted to update you guys on my journey because I know that people were very intrigued when I posted the first video of me putting it in. When I posted the first video of me putting it into my arm. I am gonna do a separate video doing my gynae checkup. So my pap smear, my implants, and like other stuff too. Just to have like a health video up on my page so people know what they should be getting done yearly. But yeah, that'll be, I'll talk more about those, and that wanted to give you guys an update of how it's been for me so far in this video. So if you guys don't know, I have been on this form of birth control for 6 or 7 years. So initially I was on the birth control pills, but I wasn't very good at taking the pills on time, so that just wasn't working for me. After that I went on to the implant. So you have different forms of birth control. Again, I'll talk more about that in the other video that I'm gonna make, but the implant is classified as a long acting birth control or form of birth control. So it's basically an implant that goes in the arm. If you guys can see, I don't know, I have two scars here. This is from the first one I got and this is from the second one. The first one I got was a different brand of the implant. That one was a liver plant, but I believe it's no longer available in Jamaica. So now we have jadelle. Plant was I think a 5-year or 4-year one, and then jadelle is for 3 years. Approaching my 3 years for the jadelle. Now my 3 years would be like in August, but I tend to get it changed before the exact 3 years just because I feel safer that way. But yeah, how the medication works is that the rods that they put in here, they contain medication, like hormonal medication, to help prevent pregnancy. It's not my first time on it, so whatever side effects I may have isn't new, but what I've noticed with my birth control, and my biggest issue with it, but I promise you I'll not come off of it because I'd rather be safe than sorry. My biggest issue with it is how long I will bleed for when I have my menses. So for me, I tend to bleed for like 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks out of the month. But I get my period like every other month basically. If you really look at it, I don't track my period because it's so long, but I basically get my period every other month. So my periods normally come at the ending of the month going into the beginning of the next month. So the period normally come like it's every other month, call it that, or almost that. So the most I've bled is maybe like 3 weeks I think, and the least amount of time is like 2 weeks. But that's my biggest con with this birth control. Thankfully I haven't been one of those people who bleed every single day. When I just got the first implant, that would have been the liver plant, the first one. When I just got that one, I actually went a few months without my period, so that was great. But now that my cycle has normalized, it's like every other month kind of, but I bleed like 2-3 weeks out of the month. All right, enough people would hear that and be like, oh my god, oh my no, oh my god. Hear me out though, hear me out. Like, as I say, it really is just about every other month, and or close to that. So as much as I do bleed for 3 weeks, then I'm gonna have like 3 more weeks or like a month without bleeding, then it comes back. So like, to me it's not that bad. And then the bleeding that I have isn't heavy bleeding. It will only be heavy like 1 or 2 days, if me that call it heavy, which is not really heavy, because I was bleeding more off birth control, and my cramping was also worse off birth control. Like, I used to vomit, I used to couldn't manage me, so it was worse off birth control. So my cramping is a bit better now. My last period that I had though was the worst cramping I've had in a little while, to be honest. Like, it's the worst I've had in a while. And in a while, I mean since I've been on birth control, because it's not really that bad. But when I go guys tomorrow, I'll talk to her about that. But anyways, so in general or normally it's not bad. The cramping isn't all that bad, and the bleeding also isn't that heavy. So that's really my con with it. I know that this birth control can make you gain weight. I have gained weight since I've been on it, but again, I've been on this shit for 7 years, and I don't know if it is big man weight or the birth control, because when I was just on it, like in the earlier part, but again, look away, but like I wasn't like this big. I'm not big now, but you know what I mean. But like, I feel like a lot of the weight that I have now is like the bigger man weight. It's not really the birth control. So yeah, but I feel like the only 2 side effects I've received or I've battled with would really be those 2. Apart from that, I think I've been okay. So to me, the pros of this really is, but now if I worry about take pill every day, I don't have to even think about my birth control. Like, it's just there existing and I have nothing to do with it. It's just there. So that is something that I love, and to me that kind of outweighs my cons. I love the fact that it doesn't get me pregnant. And I mean, those 2 pros outweigh my 2 cons to me. The only thing is, or the only hindrances that people may have when it comes on to jadelle is sometimes, I think, accessibility, and not in terms of you just can't find it nowhere, but in terms of pricing. You do have places that offer it for free, so like the clinics would offer it for free, but not everybody is going to go to clinic and wait on them someday. They might want to go private, and the cost for it privately is a lot. It's like 50 grand to take out the birth control and put in back on this birth control. Hear me out though, I think it's worth it. You get 3 years, that's also a plus. You get 3 years of birth control with just 1 go. Like, I think that is so good. So that's also a hindrance, I think. The price points office, and each office might offer it at a different cost, but publicly it's always an option, and that would be free. But if you want it privately, it's a little bit pricey. But if you have like health insurance and stuff like that, that might help. But yeah, like honestly, it's my favorite form of birth control that I've tried. Honestly, I've only really tried the pill and this, but the pill really wasn't working for me. Honestly, out of all the birth control that I'm aware about, I think that this was my best option, and I do enjoy it. I do love that I'm able to access it, because it really, I think, is a lifesaver, and I think it's one of the best, if not the best. I mean, the best birth control is abstinence still, but I feel like it's the best birth control out there, to be honest. And yes, you guys heard me say I bleed for however long, but hear me out. As I said, I get the same time not bleeding, so it don't really matter to me. And as I say, I just love the fact that I have something that I don't have to worry about it. I just put it in 1 time and that's it. There's no aftercare, there's no oh my gosh, I missed the pill at 8 a.m, oh my gosh. Like, there's no panic. Like, it's just there doing its thing on its own, you know. So that's what I really love about it, and that's my update. I am at the end, so I'm gonna get it changed tomorrow because yeah, I'm gonna get it changed tomorrow because the doll not ready for the baby yet. So I'm gonna get it done tomorrow at the gynecologist. And yeah, this video might be a little bit short, but thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram or wherever, and I'll answer them in my gynae video where I'll speak way more in depth about things. So like the different birth controls, like I want to give you guys a good rundown of everything that as women that we need to know, and things that we need to do, and you know how we feel to take care of ourselves. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm fly with it. C-I-T-Y with it. Right cheek, left cheek with it.